today's EYESHADOW video, we're going to be doing an updated ranking my Nomad palettes. I have 12. I did do this, I think it was in the summer. I've since then added maybe 4 palettes, so I thought it would be fun to do an updated version of this. As you guys know, I love Nomad. They are one of my favorite indie brands. I haven't loved everything that they've launched, but most of what they've launched I have loved. I'm going to set these to the side and then we're going to go on ahead and start our ranking. On the bottom of the ranking, number 12 is the Nomad Santa's Village. This one just came out this year. This is limited edition. Before we move on, each one of these palettes is named after a specific destination. It could be a country, it could be a state park, particular, tourist attraction or something like that. This one is in collaboration with Santa's Village, which I believe is in Finland. While I like the palette, I feel like you're kind of limited. The shimmers in here are toppers, which I don't mind. I don't have a problem with shades being toppers. The issue with this palette is that they are all very hard panned. They're very hard pressed into the palette, so trying to get them out of the palette and on your eyelids is extremely difficult. I've tried using my finger, I've tried a dry brush, I've tried a wet brush, I've tried just, using a glitter primer, but no matter what I do, I cannot get these shimmers to really work that well. And then of course, you're also limited on the mattes. There are only 4 in here. I feel like there are only so many looks that you can do with this palette, and that's the main reason why this is ranked number 12. Number 11 is the Nomad Paradise Islands palette. Now, when I did my declutter in the summer, I did declutter this one, but I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this back into my collection. Why not? Might as well keep it. This one is in collaboration with the Pacific Paradise Islands. I love the turtles on the front. The packaging and all that, A+, absolutely beautiful. The color story is really pretty too. The issue is that I found these mattes to be a little bit more difficult to work with. Like, they didn't blend as well as mattes in the other palettes. They also weren't very pigmented. Even the green in the middle, which is called Lizard, I had a difficult time with building these shades. The shimmers in this palette, I felt like weren't as creamy and shiny and easy to work with as in some of the previous palettes. I love the color story. I think it is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, as far as being able to work with this palette, the formula, I just had a little bit more difficulty with it, and that is why it is ranked number 11. Number 10 is the Home for the Holidays palette. This was their collaboration or limited edition launch last year. This one is in collaboration with the Pups at Dog and Kitty City in Dallas, Texas. The packaging on this one is beautiful. It's all nice and glittery, perfect for the holidays. The reason why I rank this one so low is because, as you can see, except for the black matte in the corner, this is an all shimmer palette. All the shimmers in here though are beautiful, they're gorgeous, but you can't use this as a standalone palette unless you're wanting to only do shimmers. Now, hey, if you want to do an all shimmer look, this is the one for you. It is absolutely gorgeous. But other than that, it doesn't work as a standalone palette. You have to like bring in, mattes or, something from another palette in order to, to kind of put together, a look that's not an all shimmer palette. The shimmers are beautiful, but since it's not a standalone palette, that's the reason why I ranked it so low. Number 9 is the Venice Simplon Express palette. I think that's how you say it. This one is designed on location traveling the Venice Simplon Express. This is a 9-pan palette. I bought this one along with the Santa's Village palette. They were having a sale, Black Friday sale or something like that. This one I think was on sale. That's the reason why I went ahead and grabbed it. The reason why I ranked this, number 9, I love the color story. I love the pop of blue, the pop of red, this green down here called Grand Sweet. The color story in itself is really pretty. I just felt like the formula wasn't as good as the palettes that I ranked a little bit higher. I felt like they didn't blend as well. They weren't as pigmented. The shimmers in here are not as shiny, not as metallic. This one I think is a duochrome in the middle. The Venice shade. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, this one is, that one has just, I don't even know if you can see that, but it does have a little bit of a shift to it. But other than that, the formula in here is just, it's not my favorite. That's the reason why we ranked it number 9. Number 8, we have the Bosque Nuboso de Monteverde palette. I know I butchered that so bad. This is designed on location trekking in the Monteverde cloud forest. This palette is beautiful. You have these sloths on the cover. Everything about the cover, everything about this packaging, the artwork, I just think this is freaking stunning. And then the color story. So beautiful, so bright, so colorful. I mean, look at this. So vibrant. All the shades in here are so pigmented, so vibrant on the eyelids. They blend like a dream. The shimmers in this palette are so wet looking, so shimmery and so metallic. Hanging birdies, or hanging bridges rather, I cannot read. Such a beautiful kind of a shifted green. I can see this shift. I'm filming in my kitchen in front of the window, but all the natural lighting like gone, is kind of cloudy, and so I have like the ring light on. So the lighting probably looks a little bit different, but there is a shift in there if you're not able to see it. I really enjoyed working with this palette. I just thought it was so freaking stunning. The whole aesthetic of this palette I think is beautiful, and that is why we have ranked it number 8. Coming in at number 7 is the Fire and Ice palette. This one was designed on location in the land of fire and ice. I'm not exactly sure where that is. Iceland, I believe. Probably completely wrong. Maybe Greenland. Ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But this palette is so beautiful. I love the blue, icy, watery theme on the cover. All the artwork on Nomad's palettes are just absolutely stunning. And then we have our color story. I love the blues, the teals in this palette. They blend like a dream. The red in the middle, all the shimmers. This one right here, which is called Alfheim. I think that's how you say it. This one is gorgeous. It's this beautiful creamy green. Oh my word, it is so stunning. One thing about Nomad, at least 99% of the time, I love their shimmer formula. It's so creamy, so wet, very unique. This palette is absolutely beautiful. That is why it is ranked number 7. Coming in number 6, we have the Winter Snow Lodge palette. This was one of their winter palettes for 2021. I love the packaging. This one is in collaboration with the Whistler Snow Lodge. Does it say where that is? No, just says Winter Snow Lodge. I'm not exactly sure where it's located, but I love the packaging. It looks like you're going on a trip, like passports, little stickers that you would put on your passport. Very cute. What I love about this palette is all of the vibrant blues in here. Snow Bunny, this one is absolutely stunning. A lot of time blues, deep rich blues can be hard to formulate, hard to blend. This one is pigmented, it blends like a dream. All the shimmers in this palette are absolutely stunning. One of the things that I like also about their palettes, I didn't mention it before, is there are little embossings in each one of the pans. It's little details like that just makes me, just love Nomad even more. But I love the kind of grunginess of this palette too, like these two shades down here. You can put together a beautiful icy wintry look, but you can also put together like something a little bit more grungy. You can put together something a little bit more glam. I find this palette to be very versatile. I think it is beautiful. And that is why it is ranked number 6. 5 more palettes to go. Coming in at number 5, we have the Haunted Mansion. You can see that, how it like shifts. This one came out 2021. It's one of their Halloween launches. I think this is beautiful. This is also one of their longer palettes as well. The design is inspired by the dark fairy tales of Europe. This is this color story. I think this is such a beautiful, just grungy lover's dream. You can put together just really awesome, like spooky Halloween looks. You can put together just grungy, neutral looks. You can put together glam looks. This shade right here, which is called Mary King's Close. Gorgeous shifting like yellow to green shimmer. This one right here, which is called Highgate Cemetery. This one and this one down here. These two greens are two of my favorite green shimmers in all of the Nomad palettes. They are absolutely stunning. I just love the beautiful grungy goodness of this palette, and that is why it is ranked number 5. Coming in at number 4, this may have been the very first palette I ever got from Nomad. It was either this one or the Cartagena Magica palette, but this one is so cute. This one is the Tokyo Harajuku palette, obviously inspired by Tokyo, designed on location in Tokyo, Japan. I just think this is so freaking cute, with all the Harajuku little anime designs on the cover. It's just absolutely adorable. This is our color story. The shades in here are a little more on the pastel side. They're a little bit brighter. This one kind of reminds me of an Easter egg. Like this is something you'd pull out during Easter for those really bright, you know, Eastery spring colors. These shimmers down here are some of my favorites in all of my Nomad palettes. They're absolutely beautiful. Very shiny, very sparkly, very wet looking on the eyelids. The theming, the color story, I don't know if you can see them, but there are little cats imprinted in these pans. I just think this entire palette, packaging and everything, is just so cute, so adorable. It's one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. That is why this is ranked number 4. We are down to our top 3. Number 3 is the American Park palette, or the America's Park palette. This one was designed on location, road tripping across the USA. So this one is inspired by the different national parks throughout the US. I love all the different stickers and labels that represent the different parks. Love this. And this is the color story. I love all the green in here, the grungy yellow. This one is absolutely stunning. All of these shimmers are so freaking beautiful. I can't read the names because they're like in cursive and italic, but it's a bronzy green. Oh my word. I hope you can see these shifts. It's not the best lighting. When it comes to doing shimmers, the best lighting is like natural lighting. There's that one. And then this one, my word, these are just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the shimmers in this palette, they're stunning. Number 2, this used to be my number 1 palette in my entire collection, but I got one into my collection this year that knocked this one down to number 2. This is the Cartagena Mágica palette, designed on location in Cartagena, Colombia. I love everything about this palette. As you guys know, orange is my favorite eyeshadow shade, very closely followed by green. I love the orange tropicalness of this cover. It is absolutely beautiful. And then our color story. This is an orange lover's dream. Every single orange in here blends beautifully. Some of the shades you would think would fall similar to each other, like this one here, but on the eyelid, every single orange shade blends differently. Like you can tell the differences in the shades and in the tones. And then you have a pop of yellow, you have some pink shimmers in here as well. The pink shimmers to me are a little bit of an odd choice for this particular color story. I'm assuming the reason why they did that was because of the cover. But yeah, up until I got the palette that is now ranked number 1, this was my absolute favorite in every single way. This palette is stunning. I love everything about this palette. This palette just brings me so much joy. It makes me so happy. That is why it is ranked number 2. And now, number 1, the very top of my ranking. If you guys have been following me, I'm sure you can guess which palette that is. It is the Hudson Valley palette. You guys, look at this cover. Look at this cover. It is absolutely gorgeous. I kept the box for this palette. It's the only box that I kept. I put it with my fall decor because I think it is so freaking beautiful. What I'm gonna do is every year I'm gonna pull the box out as decoration, like in my background or anywhere else. I want a little bit of a pop of fall color because it is so beautiful. All the fall tones, the pumpkins, the fall leaves, the little barn in the background. The artwork on this palette, it's like a painting. Like I could see myself having this in a frame on my wall. It is so beautiful. And then this color story. As you can see, both of my favorite eyeshadow colors are represented in this palette. We have oranges on this side. We have the most beautiful grungy greens. I am speechless when it comes to how beautiful this palette is. The only thing that I would change, if anything, is that I would add some more shimmers because these 3 in the middle are the only shimmers in this palette. So when it comes to shimmers, I do have to pull some from other palettes. I can pull that all shimmer palette, from last year and use it as a companion with this one. I don't mind. But everything about this palette, you guys, it is so beautiful. These greens, these oranges, the yellows, the reds. This palette is absolutely beautiful. It is stunning. It makes my heart so happy. This palette brings me so much joy. I don't even have the words. It is one of the most beautiful palettes I own in my entire collection, and that is why the Hudson Valley palette ranks #1. And that is it for this ranking my Nomad palettes. Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed it, if you like this type of video. I wouldn't mind doing other rankings if that's something that you're interested in. The only ones, though, that I have like multiple palettes for are like ColourPop, Blend Bunny, Beauty Bay, but I don't know if I have enough palettes to do rankings for Beauty Bay and Blend Bunny, but I could rank my ColourPop palettes. I do have a decent amount of those if that's something that you guys might be interested in. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with the channel. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you'll be notified of any videos coming up in the future. You can also follow me on my other socials, if I can get the words out. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.